Nobody saw this coming. Not the analysts, not the bookmakers, not even the seasoned veterans who have watched professional tennis for decades. A 21-year-old walked onto a grass court in Birmingham, England this morning. And by the time she walked off, the entire tennis world had gone completely silent, not from boredom, but from pure, stunned disbelief. But here is what makes this story genuinely extraordinary. 12 months ago, this exact same player, on this exact same surface, in this exact same tournament, was sent home early, embarrassed, eliminated before most people even knew she had arrived. So what happened between then and now? What changed so dramatically in just 1 year that she came back and didn't just win, she obliterated? And more importantly, why are people already whispering that what happened today might only be the beginning of something historic? Her name is Alexandra Eala. She is 21 years old. She is Filipina. And right now, she is playing tennis that genuinely does not look like it belongs on this planet. The match started at 10:30 in the morning, London time. Center court at the Edgbaston Priory Club, one of the most prestigious grass court venues in the world. Her opponent was Priscilla Hahn, a 28-year-old Australian professional ranked 143rd in the world. Now, before you assume this was just a comfortable first-round warm-up against an easy opponent, stop. Priscilla Hahn had beaten Eala before. On hard courts at the Ningbo Open, Hahn outplayed her, outsmarted her, and sent her packing. She was experienced, she was tricky, and she had every reason to believe she could do it again. She was wrong. What happened next defies logical explanation for a grass court match at this level. Eala won the first set 6-0 in 22 minutes on grass against a professional who had beaten her before. 22 minutes. Let that breathe for a second. That is not a tennis score. That is a statement. That is someone walking into a room, turning off every single light, and leaving before anyone can respond. The crowd barely had time to settle into their seats before it was already over. But the way she did it, that is the part nobody is talking about enough. Grass court tennis has rules, unwritten ones that every professional understands. You protect your serve. You grind. You wait. You take your chances carefully because the surface is unforgiving and the margins are razor thin. Eala ignored every single one of those rules, and she was rewarded for it in a way that made the old rules look completely outdated. She stepped inside the baseline on Hahn's very first service game, dangerously early, almost recklessly early, and she attacked. She didn't wait for the ball. She went to meet it. She cut Hahn's reaction time in half and sent back returns that were so heavy, so deep, and so precise that Hahn had nowhere to go. Eala broke serve immediately in the opening game. The psychological damage of that alone is almost impossible to overstate. You walk onto a grass court feeling confident. You toss the ball up for your very first serve of the match. And before you even process what just happened, you've lost your service game. The scoreboard says you're already down. The crowd is already buzzing. And standing across the net from you is a 21-year-old who looks like she's been waiting for this exact moment her entire life. By the 15-minute mark, Eala was leading 4-0, and the match had barely begun. The Filipino supporters in the crowd, and there were more of them than anyone expected, were already on their feet. But it wasn't celebration yet. It was something closer to reverence, like watching something rare unfold in real time. At the 19-minute mark, Eala was serving for the first set. She won that game to love. 0 points dropped. She closed out the set 6-0 in 22 minutes and walked to her chair looking completely unbothered, as though she had simply done what she always does. That composure is terrifying. That is not the composure of someone on a lucky streak. That is the composure of someone who has done the work, who trusts the preparation completely, and who knows that this is exactly where she is supposed to be. Then came the second set. And this is where the story gets genuinely interesting. Because for a brief, fleeting moment, it looked like things might shift. Han went to the bathroom, reset, regrouped, came back onto court with fresh legs and perhaps a different mindset. And for the first 2 games of that second set, Eala was even better. She broke Han's serve twice in a row. 11 consecutive games, won. She was serving at 5-0 in the second set, 1 game away from winning the entire match 6-0, 6-0, what is known in tennis as a double bagel, an almost mythological scoreline that is considered one of the most brutally dominant results in the sport. The finish line was right there. And then something happened that nobody expected. Eala blinked, serving for the match at 5-0. She committed 3 consecutive unforced errors. Han, suddenly playing with the wild freedom of someone with absolutely nothing to lose, broke Eala's serve. 5-1. Then Han held her own, served to make it 5-2. And just like that, the energy in the stadium shifted. Not dramatically, not enough to suggest a real comeback, but enough. Enough for the crowd to lean forward. Enough for the commentators to pause mid-sentence. Enough for Eala to feel it. And here is the truth about elite athletes. The moments that define them are never the easy ones. Anyone can win when they're dominant, when the shots are flowing and everything is working and the opponent is crumbling. The real test is the moment the match tightens, the moment the pressure arrives, the moment you miss a chance to close and your brain starts whispering dangerous things. Eala walked to her towel, wiped her face slowly, took 1 long breath, then walked back to the baseline and served for the match a second time. What she did next was not just impressive, it was a declaration of who she is becoming. She opened with a forehand winner that split the court in 2. Then she hit a serve so precise it barely grazed the line. Then, and this is the shot everyone will be replaying, she ended the match with a 2-handed backhand winner ripped straight down the line with surgical accuracy. Game. Set. Match. Total time on court, under 1 hour. In her post-match interview, she looked into the camera and said something in Tagalog before anything else. She thanked the Filipino supporters in the crowd in her native language, and the response was immediate and electric, because this is the thing about Alexandra Eala that statistics can't capture. She carries something with her every single time she walks onto a court. She carries a flag that isn't visible but is absolutely felt. She carries the hopes and the pride of an entire nation that has never had a player at this level in this sport. Every winner she hits lands not just on the court, but across an entire country back home. And that weight, that immense, beautiful, complicated weight, could crush most athletes. It is lifting her. Now, the conversation has already moved to the next round, to a player named Alina Charaeva, a Russian professional who stands between Eala and a quarterfinal spot. And this is where things get genuinely intriguing, because the tennis community has started doing something unusual. They are not treating this as a competitive match. They are treating it as a formality, not because Charaeva is weak, she is not, but because of what Eala showed today, and because of one tactical reality that every analyst is now discussing. Eala is left-handed. On grass, that matters more than on almost any other surface. Her serve naturally curves away from right-handed opponents at an angle that is incredibly difficult to read. It pulls Charaeva off the court and leaves the entire opposite side wide open. Eala knows this. She has practiced this. And after the sheer physical devastation she displayed today, winning in under an hour, while Charaeva has to battle through a full match before facing her, the energy advantage alone is significant. But there is something deeper at play here than tactics and fatigue. There is momentum. And in tennis, momentum is not just a word. It is a physical force. When a player finds this kind of rhythm on a surface that has historically challenged them, something clicks in the subconscious. The footwork becomes automatic. The decisions happen before conscious thought. The shots that felt risky 2 weeks ago now feel inevitable. Ella is in that state right now. She is in the zone that every athlete chases, but only the truly elite can sustain. The zone where the game slows down while their speed increases. Zoom out for a moment and consider the full picture. 12 months ago, she lost in Birmingham in the round of 32. She went home. She could have made excuses. Grass is hard. The surface doesn't suit me. It was just a bad day. Instead, she went back to work. She shortened her swings to adapt to the low bounce. She drilled her footwork until moving on grass felt as natural as breathing. She studied the surface the way a scientist studies a problem, systematically, obsessively, without ego. And then she came back this year as the number 1 seed, ranked 37th in the world, and she played today like grass was her home surface, like she had been winning on lawns her entire career. That transformation, the ability to look at failure and turn it into fuel without letting it become a story you tell yourself, is rare, genuinely rare. And it is exactly what separates players who have talent from players who build legacies. Birmingham did not expect this. The draw did not expect this. And somewhere in a locker room right now, Alina Charaeva is watching today's match back on a screen, studying every pattern, trying to find a weakness, searching for the crack in the wall. She will search for a long time, because what Alexandra Eala showed today was not a peak, it was a floor. It was the baseline of what she is capable of right now, on a surface she had previously struggled with, against a player who had beaten her before. And if that is her floor, then the ceiling of this tournament run is something none of us have fully imagined yet. The grass court season is short. It is brutal. It is the most unforgiving stretch of the entire tennis calendar. But right now in Birmingham, there is one player who is moving through it not with caution or survival instinct, but with complete and total ownership. Alexandra Eala did not just save Birmingham from being a predictable, forgettable early round result. She transformed it into the center of the tennis universe for one extraordinary morning. And if you thought today was something to witness, then understand this. She hasn't even started yet.